Good morning, I'm Evan Donovan.
And I'm Stacy Scheibel. We are following multiple breaking news stories this morning. 8 on your side has crews throughout the Bay Area. John Rogers in Mayaca City, where a car struck a 14-year-old as he walked to a school bus. Melissa Marino is in St. Petersburg, where Northside Christian School is dealing with flooding.
But we're going to start this morning with Stacy DeSilva in Polk County, where a lockdown was just lifted at Davenport School of the Arts. Stacy?
Evan and Stacy, what a scary morning here in Davenport for parents. Let's take a look at the scene. It's still active here. You can see it's a bit chaotic with parents parking along the road. Law enforcement still on scene here at the Davenport School of the Arts. How this all happened, a parent called 911 when she saw 2 men holding weapons near the school. That happened at around 8:20, putting the school of 1,100 kids, K through 8, on lockdown for an hour and 40 minutes. The Polk County Sheriff's Office began going door to door in a nearby neighborhood looking for the men. We're told deputies found 2 young men who matched the description. They had BB guns but claimed they did not display them. At around 10 a.m., the lockdown was lifted. And now I'm going to be joined live by one of the parents here, Joy Sutkiss. Your daughter Miley goes to the school. Yep. What was today like, and how did you find out about this?
Well, she FaceTimed me just before 8:30, and I was like, that's kind of weird. She should be getting into class. And she looked really scared. She was on the bus, and she said, Mom, something's going on. We were in the bus, and cops were flying in, and I seen them with guns, and the bus driver said we need to get out of here as far away as possible, and they're taking us somewhere else. And so immediately I was freaked out, and sorry, phone was ringing. And so I just kept her on the phone with me, and then I guess they took her to another school, and very appreciative that there were so many law enforcement that were here for our kids, that's for sure.
You see this on TV, right? You never think it's going to happen here.
Yeah, no. This is an amazing school, amazing area, and thank God it wasn't as bad as it sounded at first.
Miley, what was that like for you?
It was pretty scary because I just saw like cops flying in, and the bus driver said that we had to get away like as far as possible, and she took us to Loftman Oaks.
Miley, I'm glad you're okay. All right, so students were released from the day. Miley will be able to go home with her mom. Classes will begin again tomorrow. Polk County Sheriff's Office will be here for the couple days just as an added precaution. Live in Polk County, Stacy DeSilva, 8 on your side.
All right, thank you, Stacy.
Also breaking this morning, a driver slams into a 14-year-old student as he tries to board a school bus. That driver told deputies she didn't see the flashing lights. 8 on your side's John Rogers is live in Mayaca City with the latest. Morning, John.
Good morning, Evan. It happened just over here. This is the intersection of Verna Bethany Road and Gopher Hill Road in Mayaca City. We're told the impact was so hard that the boy was flung into the air and hit the bus, leaving him with lower body injuries. Let's go tell you more about this. This all happened just before 6:30 this morning here at this intersection in Mayaca City. Troopers tell us the bus came to a stop and had its flashing lights on. So a 14-year-old boy crossed the street to begin to board. At that moment, 19-year-old Josie Martin was traveling north on the opposite lane, and she claimed she didn't see the flashing lights. So she tried to pass by the bus and ended up hitting the boy.
At this point in time during the investigation, we can only assume that there was some type of distraction that caused the driver not to see the children and the school bus.
FHP tells us that the driver will face a citation and will have a mandatory court appearance. The case is still under investigation. As for the boy, there were parents on scene, so they helped render aid. The driver also remained on scene and helped out as well. Again, this case is still under investigation. The boy was headed to Lakewood Ranch High School. A crisis team was sent over there to provide counseling to any students that needed it. Live in Mayaca City, John Rogers, 8 on your side.
All right, thank you, John. Now we head to breaking news from Northside Christian School. They're dealing with significant flooding on campus.
It's so bad, in fact, that they are asking parents not to bring their kids to school today. 8 on your side's Melissa Marino is there now with a look at just how bad things are. Melissa.
Well, hey, good morning. They actually had to shut school down today because they woke up to such a mess. And here to talk now is the director of the schools, one of the directors, Tessa. Now, tell me what happened when you got here, or who woke up. You know, you described the scene.
I received a call about 4:45 this morning from our head of school, and he shared that one of the teachers had arrived early and that there was water in the hallways. And then we did a quick assessment about what we needed to do, and upon entering campus we saw that there was way too much standing water and too many classrooms had water intrusion, so we had to make a change pretty quick.
And you show, I mean, your pants are wet. Show how deep this water.
Oh, right about to here. Yep. It was Luckily, we have good drainage, so a lot of it is dissipated, but it was pretty bad.
And look over here. So there's still flooding here around the playground, but you said it was much worse.
Yes, our drainage is doing its job, and as you can see, a lot of it is just little lakes now.
What was it like when you got here?
Everything that you are looking at right now was underwater. Wow. And it was in the cover of darkness. It was about 5 a.m.
And you mentioned the pickup line was completely underwater.
Yes,
the drop-off line.
The car line is elevated above the ground, and it was even in standing water, so it was not safe for cars to go through the car line.
How many classrooms and how bad were the classrooms?
The water intrusion went into 4 classrooms, but luckily for us, we have a long tenured teacher who's been here 35 years and basically lives here. He got here early, and he brought it to our attention right away, and we got the water sucked out within 2 hours.
Oh, great.
But now we have a water abatement company on site. They are spraying the walls and drying the walls, heating them up, so we'll be open for school tomorrow.
Oh, good. So that's great news. And thankfully it wasn't worse, but she did say this is the worst she has ever seen. So again, school is open tomorrow. They did have to notify parents via Facebook. So for any updates, I would suggest following on Facebook. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning. And thankfully it wasn't worse and everyone's okay.
Yes, we're very blessed. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are in St. Petersburg. Melissa Marino, 8 on your side.
All right, thank you, Melissa. Flooding also impacting other parts of the Bay Area today.
Yes, here's a look at the Alafaya River this morning. Residents have been using kayaks to get out of their homes there. The current level is about 14.5 feet, more than a foot above flood stage. We have a crew on the scene who will bring details to you in just a few minutes. But right now we want to go to meteorologist Ed Bloodsworth because we need to know if even more rain is coming.
Yeah, this has been quite a week here. The entire area is still